My name is Kelsey Kaufmann. I'm the owner and operator of Cactus Club along with an incredible team, and I'm a co-founding board member of Cactus Plus. Cactus Club is located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and our capacity, we like to think, is 170. As an artist-run space, Cactus Club aspires to serve the direct needs of artists in the community, so that means interacting with, asking, inviting for critical feedback, but also being transparent and sharing how the mechanics of the deals are made and what the process is and what we're able to provide through the process, as well as what our expectations of one another are.
My name is Justin Wexler. I am one of several owners of the X-Ray Arcade. The X-Ray Arcade is located in Cudahy, Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee. We are a 300 capacity all ages venue.
So I think X-Ray does a great job in serving the needs of Milwaukee's music community. We try to be an inclusive space for all ages. We have shows most nights of the week, variety of genres, and again, we strive to just be a welcoming place for people to come and see bands that they love, and also to support and engage local artists as well. I think pre-COVID there was this sort of misconception that there was a lot of competition between indies and smaller venues.
And obviously we have a great relationship with Cactus Club. We do shows there, they do shows here. I think we're very kindred spirits.
Cactus Club is really excited that we live in a city that's small enough to be able to know a lot of the different folks and yet has a lot of different flavors and options for venues. And so when our space is booked, we're eager to work with others for artists we believe in and are excited about. So we do CC Presents at Anodyne and Bruce, at X-Ray, at Pap Theater Group venues, as well as DIY spaces too. It's definitely an environment of collaboration and be able to work together.
We also do shows in a couple other venues, including Sugar Maple, Anodyne, and occasionally, our artists we've worked at who've gotten a little too big for our room, we'll do shows at Vivarium or Turner Hall with the Pap Theater Group as well.
There's so many different connotations of accessibility. We want to invite people into a space that feels like welcoming and affirming and comfortable, and if we don't have a ramp that comes to the front door, if we don't have bathrooms that people can use, that obviously jeopardizes one's experience with it and ability to feel that like most themselves and be able to show up comprehensively.
When we opened, we actually have 2 ramps already, technically, that are both accessible in a way. Unfortunately, though, they're not practical. One of them is in our loading door, and one of them is on our patio, both of which aren't typical entrances. So yes, someone can call if they're in a wheelchair, if they need a walker, they can't go upstairs, they can call us and we can let them in those doors, and we absolutely do, and we encourage everybody to do that now. But we want to make it so that people can just come in like everybody else. We want an equitable system here where literally anybody off the street can come into our venue. They don't have to get special treatment, they don't have to ask for anything differently. They can just come in and be here like everyone else.
The process of getting the ramp installed has been one of about 5 years of ideation. We were really fortunate to work with Live Music Society, who has supported our initial vision of like, this is what we want to do. What's the next step to getting an architect involved? Because as much as we want to talk about it, we need designs to be able to move forward with contractors in the city and make sure to get everyone on the same page. But it's been a real winding road of learning about really arduous bureaucratic systems. I mean, the State Historic Preservation Office didn't want it to go to the front door, which is a bananas thing, but it's so important that we underscore universal design as we move forward with building renovations and like even just like ideas of like how we build a scene that includes all voices and includes all bodies.
When we applied for the Toolbox grant, we were under the mistaken impression that building a concrete ramp was not very expensive. In addition to the Toolbox grant, which we're very happy to receive, we started doing fundraiser events here at the club. So we've had a lot of local bands contribute their time to, again, these are bands who've played here before, love playing here, we love working with. They've contributed their time and they've played free shows and they let all the money go towards the construction of the ramp. We've done a couple merch fundraiser things, some DJ events and just general pop-ups, stuff like that. Again, when you receive that initial quote and it's 5 times what you thought it was going to be, we had to try to come up with some alternative funding methods.
Yeah, so a ramp is going to be huge for X-Ray. I think it's something we've always wanted to do for this space. We've all come at it with an ethos of inclusivity, welcoming people. Obviously with accessibility, there's a legal compliance component, right? Like it's just part of, you need to have an accessible business. From a moral standpoint, it's just so important that when we come to a show, it's such a special occasion, people really feel that connection, and if we're not accessible or doing everything we can to get as many people to experience that, then we're not being inclusive and then it's not equitable.
So with the grant for the ramp project, we always knew that we wanted to do a mosaic along the facade of this long ramp. And Kate's somebody I've known since high school and is a multimedia artist, but has spent a lot of time as a painter. And she had relocated to Milwaukee, and we were talking about this project. As things evolved, she spends a lot of time at the lake and was collecting rocks, and all of a sudden it was like this eureka moment of like, how about we include and center a lot of these rocks and old bricks, which are like debris of old industry from Milwaukee, and kind of like repurpose and re-examine those relationships. And so I'm very excited for you guys to check out the mosaic she spent the last year working on. It has all these tile and glass ceramic Easter eggs kind of baked into it with hat tips to other things we care about. The front of the stairs will say another world is possible, which is an old abolitionist phrase that feels really important and like really sort of encapsulates that we want this to be like a portal to like the future and also another world of catharsis and organizing and playfulness and learning and joy for everybody, but also specifically queer communities too. The Toolbox grant was transformative for Cactus Club. It was the first co-sign of we believe in this project, and now a year later that we're actually seeing this project come to life, like we can't thank Live Music Society enough for making this happen. So thank you.
Accessibility is difficult for a small venue, and I understand that. We're coming into an existing space that is not built for accessibility, and this building was old and they added on to it not thinking about that. Maybe previous owners or previous tenants, that wasn't a priority for them. But for us, we feel that music's for everybody, of any ability, any age, any belief system. We want everybody to be able to have equal access, and I think that's very important.